Hello and welcome to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I'm your host, Ryan Gilbert. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Joel Meyer. How are you doing tonight, Joel?
Oh, how am I doing? I'm okay, I guess. I got really nothing to report here. Beautiful day, but yeah, all quiet on the Western Front. Hopefully you have something more interesting to say because I'm looking forward to the weekend, but there's nothing really going on.
Yeah, I don't really have much to say myself. We recorded 2 days ago. There was hockey last night. The Flyers blew it. Matvei Michkov, though, is keeping it going. So his odds came down from 30-1 down to 8-1. So I mean, I got in a bit at 30-1 last night after he had his third point. I was like, all right, this is not going to last. So I took advantage of it.
I played a little defense on that myself this morning. It was still a 25-1 around, so I just limit bet that and then bet more Celebrini to cover the stake. So
yeah. Celebrini didn't come down that much even. I think he's still like minus 250. So like that's
what I bet. So yeah, if fucking Dustin Wolf somehow wins, then I'm fucked. But otherwise, yeah, Calder's looking good for once.
Yeah, we're just anti goalies, anti Hellebuck in the Hart, anti Dustin Wolf in the Calder, and then anti goalies and for Conn Smythe too. We got McDavid last year.
Nah, I've given up on the Hart. I mean, I might even bet Hellebuck. He might even should be the favorite by now. I mean, the way the Oilers are going and Draisaitl's fucking killing it, but Hellebuck is he's getting all the momentum. The next awards watch should be released on Tuesday. Will be very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if Hellebuck gets the most love for the Hart.
Yeah, I could see that too there because everyone's talking about he has more wins than so many teams already. It's like
he could set the record for most goalie wins.
Yeah, if he does that, he might get the Hart there. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Also, make sure you subscribe to the Hockey Gambling Podcast on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen. All right, let's just get right into last night's puck buck bets. I myself did not do too well. I was 3-6, down 48.5. Joel, though, 7-2, up 111. So, Joel, take it away.
Yeah, very good night. Salami hit. So when the salami hits, I usually have a good day. It hit with ease. Like we were saying, how it's like pond hockey game, like October, when after the teams come out that rest. It won't last forever. Teams will tighten up defensively, but for now, the overs are doing fairly well. Including the Blue Jackets Red Wings. I had the over 6.5 on that one. Got a little sweaty. It was 4-2 at the end of the second period, but there was another goal until the Blue Jackets scored an empty netter with 30 seconds left. That would have been a horrific beat. Next one, kind of a bad beat, I guess. I mean, Sharks plus 180 against the Habs. They were winning for the majority of the game. Habs tied it in the third and then sent it to overtime. And once again, the Sharks lose in overtime. Of course, I had them against the Jets. The same kind of thing happened. So that's unfortunate, but we'll keep going back to the well because the Sharks are just a fun team to watch, and that's another reason why I took the over 6.5 in that game. So at least by the Habs scoring, the over 6.5 won there. Plus 114, a good price. I doubled down too. It actually came down for some reason. I don't know. I got like over 6 at minus 108, so that was a good win. Islanders, Bruins, under 5.5, even money. I didn't watch any of this game, but 2-1 win for the Isles. It was never. I get the Isles did score fairly early, but after that it was all pretty low event. Unlike the Flyers Penguins game, high event. This one I watched some of this because it was the 4:30 PST start time, so it gets the time when all the other games are in intermission for me. Yeah, over 6.5 here, plus 110, very easy win. I thought that the Flyers should have got a 5-minute major there for that hit on Hathaway, but they got away with it. But regardless, this was never in doubt. The over with the Pens winning in overtime. Oh, Geno Malkin. Yeah, what a stud. That was a great goal. Predators, even money. They beat the Jets. Comrie was pretty good. Saros was even better. Fairly even game. Market moved against me in this one. Jets got all the love, but it was wrong. Preds were at least as good as the Jets in this one. And yeah, like I said, one of Saros' best games. So that one, and I was against you on this one. I took the Coyotes. You took the Wild, and the Coyotes fucking smashed them. 6-1 final. Maybe it was a little bit closer than the score suggests. Marc-Andre Fleury was actually really good. It could have been 6-1 after the second period even. But yeah, the Coyotes were they were clearly the better team. So very happy with that bet. This one, the market did love. The Coyotes closed like minus 180. Knights puck line. This one 5-1 after the first period.
Yeah.
It was looking really good. The Blackhawks somehow made it 6-5 in the third. And I was like, what the fuck? Is this really going to happen? Am I going to get cucked by these fucking Blackhawks? But no. Thankfully, it didn't even require an empty netter. I can't remember who scored the seventh goal, but yeah, the Knights won 7-5. Minus 1.5 wins there. And this one, a lone loser, really. The Canucks Ducks under 5.5. The Canucks did their job. I mean, they only looked alive for 20 minutes. After that, it was all Ducks. Canucks defense was terrible. They got outplayed by the Ducks somehow, despite the Ducks traveling from the East Coast. I know the Canucks were playing the Kings the night before, but still, that's no excuse. Terrible. One of the worst games I've watched this year by the Canucks. Absolutely brutal. And Shelov's, he's not an NHL goalie. He was brutal. I don't think this one goes over if it's Lankinen or Demko in net. So yeah, bit unfortunate there. Well, not really. I mean, it was a bad bet because the Canucks were just fucking terrible. And yeah, if the Ducks are scoring 5 goals on you, then you're doing something wrong. So yeah, very good day though. Very happy with it.
Yeah, that is good for me. Capitals puck line, they lost outright 5-2 to St. Louis. Low event game, it looked like, 37 total shots, but I was watching the highlights, like a bunch of just deflection goals in front, bounce off their own guys and stuff. And I think Lindgren started that one for Washington, so didn't get Thompson there. Florida puck line, they were up early. They looked like they were, playing well there against the Oilers. I saw Chuck Knobloch or Chris Knobloch called out. There were some passengers there. Panthers were up too. They were up too. Oilers got the empty netter with Zach Hyman in front, and then Panthers could not score on a late power play to pull away there. Sabres plus 190 went into Carolina, and Carolina at home is just a completely different beast. Carolina in those Whalers jerseys, Mikko Rantanen 2 first period points. Taylor Hall scored his first as a Cane there. So watch the Canes at home, but fade them on the road. Tampa Bay puck line. So that was the first shutout of the Flames in quite some time there. So they're rolling now right out of the break. Flyers, yeah.
Oh, he was so good in that game too.
Yeah, I wonder if their odds came down at all. The Lightning for the Stanley Cup. I have to check that
a little bit.
Yeah,
everybody's talking ever since I mentioned that I bet them. The last few days is everyone's on the Lightning, so we're trendsetters over here.
We are, yeah. Flyers up 3-0. Nedeljkovic was pulled and was not very happy about it. I thought, maybe the Penguins would get 1 or 2, but they came back. Flyers could not solve Joel Blomqvist much there though, so lost there. But yeah, easy win on the over. So just a slight loss on that game. Nashville beat the Jets, and then Minnesota just did not really do too much against Utah there, and then the under as you talked about. So I did a lot of those bets were smaller, so only down 48, not quite down as much as it would have been earlier in the year.
The under in the Ducks Canucks game, to be precise.
Yeah,
you just said the under. People listening would think you're talking about the Wild game.
Yeah, no, the under in the Ducks game. Yeah. All right, make sure you check out the merch store. Promo code Madness for 20% off in the SGPN stores. Make sure you check all of that out. Yeah, it looks like Lightning's still 18-1 for the cup. Definitely not a bad bet. Or I think it's still. I think I got 850 or 900 to 1 for not 900 to 1 plus 900 for
that'd be nice
for the Eastern Conference. Yeah. All right, you want to get right into this? I think we got a 13 game slate on Saturday, March 1st.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me pull up the odds here. I think we've got an early game. I think we've got a 12:30 game. I'm not sure exactly. There are 2 12:30 games. We have, first of all, the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Washington Capitals. Both teams at minus 110. We got to pick them. Over 5.5 is minus 135. Under 5.5 plus 114. Joel, take it away.
Well, it shouldn't be any surprise who I'm backing in this one. I know the Lightning are better at home traditionally, but they've been fairly good on the road too, and they did the best goal differential in their division, one of the best in the league, and they're playing the Capitals, who also have a very, very good goal differential. But the Capitals been a bit up and down. They had a great weekend, bit fortunate to score 15 goals in 2 games, but still, you got to credit them for that. But the Lightning, they're just on another level right now. I think they're 8-0-1 in the last 9 games, so they're just crushing. They're looking like the old Lightning that were so dominant for years. Kucherov keeps doing his thing. McDonough, I learned today that he's got the I think it was the best plus minus in the league now, so he's clearly turned it around after coming back from Nashville. So yeah, that's been a major boost. So yeah, we're going with Lightning here, but that'll pick them. I think that they're in fine form. I think overall they're a better team, despite what the standings might say. So yeah, we're going with the Lightning here, and minus 135 now. These totals are getting ridiculous. So on the order 5.5, I'm like, let's make it a 6. Yeah. What are you, the South Point in Vegas? They don't have that's the one sports book where they don't have like +4 in a football game, whatever. They'll do like choose +3.5 or something like that.
No flat lines. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So that's what DraftKings are doing now, apparently. But anyway, over 5.5 here, whatever the juicy minus 135 would be the look, despite how I just credited Vasilevsky with being so wicked. But yeah, Lightning offense is just clicking right now, and the Capitals think they bounce back up that pretty crappy game against the Blues. Yeah. So yeah, I see some goals in this one. But the only thing I bet is the Lightning money line.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with you there. I mean, it might go over. I'm not going to be betting it, especially not minus 135. Maybe an over 6 of minus 110 if you want that. Just given how Vasilevsky, Lightning have only allowed 2 goals since the break, and could see the Capitals playing more defensive, especially with Logan Thompson in net. Might have to win a 2-1, 3-2 type of game. But yeah, right there with you on the Lightning minus 110. They've 3 good wins out of the break. Washington's played 4 games, so they're a little bit, more fatigued over this past week. They had the back-to-back Pittsburgh-Edmonton, which went well for them, and then since then, 3-1 loss to Calgary, 5-2 to St. Louis, only had 18 shots. So Tampa Bay is trending up. Like them here in a pick'em at minus 110. All right, down the other 12:30 game here, we got the Nashville Predators plus 114 at the New York Islanders minus 135. Over 5.5 is minus 115. Under 5.5 minus 105 here. I don't know here for this one. I should have took the first game and handed you the Islanders one here. I guess maybe the under 5.5 at only minus 105. It was a 2-1 game against Boston as we faded human achievement of court. And Nashville has been playing some low-scoring games since the break. 2-1, 5-0, 4-1, and 2-1. So, I'll take the under 5.5 here at minus 105.
Right. That's the only thing I bet in this game as well. Like I was saying, Saros is looking better since the break. And, of course, we know about the Islanders. That game against the Rangers might have been Sorokin's worst game of the season. Islanders totally dominated that one. I don't know. Like I was saying in the last show, Rangers scored 4 goals and 9 shots. Don't expect that to happen again. So the under 5.5 is the play. Plus, we like these to back the unders in these earlier games. The matinee starts tend to be a little sleepier. So yeah, the under 5.5 is what I bet. The side, yeah, like yourself, I don't have much going on here. No edge whatsoever. I think it's pretty fairly priced. If I had to bet it, I would take the. No, I can't even find a lean. Okay, I'll say it. I can't find a lean. All right, so just give me the under 5.5.
Yeah. Going back to the Lightning real quick. I feel like I've figured out who they're going to trade for this deadline. Ryan O'Reilly. Ryan O'Reilly, 3C behind Cirelli and Point could be insane for them. He's on a pretty reasonable contract. I think it's $4.5 million. So if Nashville, or he's back in Nashville now, right? If Nashville's looking to move him, I can see him going down to Tampa.
Yeah, Julian Breezebach continues to bend over Barry Trotz, I guess, if get him for a cheap deal there. That makes a lot of sense.
Right, down to 3 p.m. now. Got the Calgary Flames plus 190 at the Florida Panthers minus 230. Over 5.5 minus 118 with the under 5.5 minus 102. Joel. Back to you.
Well, this is another game that I don't really have a strong feeling for. Definitely not on the sides. The Panthers, we already have Bobrovsky confirmed, and of course he's not been playing as well as Spencer Knight. So and the Flames, a bit unlucky not to score at all. But I don't know if it's just bad luck or just Vasilevsky doing his thing. So yeah, I do expect them to get some goals here. So the over 5.5 would be the play. The Panthers, they've been an over team this season with their struggles defensively and in net. So yeah, over 5.5 would be what I'm looking at. But this is not a game that I have a strong feeling for. Again, the side is just fairly evenly priced. I mean, there was what Lightning were minus 200 against the Flames. Now the Flames are Panthers are minus 230. So I don't know. I think that would tell me to bet the Flames, but of course the Lightning fucking killed the Flames. So yeah, nothing on the sides. Just give me the over 5.5. I might bet that actually. That's pretty close to putting my money on that opinion.
Yeah, I agree. There's really no play on the side here. I mean, the Panthers seem to be too big a favorite here. I mean, we saw them lose out of the break as minus 250 favorites to Seattle, but I kind of like the under. Watching the highlights of that game against the Oilers, Bobrovsky made some great saves there. Credit to Draisaitl. He on his goal, he kind of went right against Gustav Forsling, who's a great defensive defenseman for his goal. So good stuff there. But Calgary's not scoring. Florida has been playing better defensively. I think Bob, maybe last game will get him locked in a little bit. So yeah, if anything for me, it would be the under.
Yeah, that goal was outstanding. I heard Brian Boyle talk about it, describe it as when a coach and a kids team just suits up and then they get all the kids trying to take the puck off him. And he did that to fucking Gustav Forsling, one of the best defensemen in the league. So yeah, highly impressive.
Yeah. All right. We are brought to you by Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS, sweepstake, racetrack, or casino. And you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. The best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free. Sign up today. Use promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant Tier 2 status. EdgeBoost.bet, promo code SGPN. That's EdgeBoost.bet, promo code SGPN. And check out MyBookie.ag. It's your place to bet every sport, props for every game in the live dealer casino. They accept customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit match up to $1,000 plus a $10 casino chip. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. All right, here at 3 o'clock again, got the Boston Bruins minus 105, at the Pittsburgh Penguins minus 115. Over 5.5 minus 130, under 5.5 plus 110. You got two aging teams here that are just not playing too well recently. Kind of a black and yellow piss and shit game here. Just nothing. You don't know what to do. Pittsburgh just ended a 4-game losing streak with a game they should have lost against the Flyers. Bruins have lost 5 in a row, but all 5 losses have been by 1 goal. And they've been out shooting the opposition 39-20 against the Islanders, 36-29 against the Leafs. I think Pittsburgh, after having, they played the Caps, Rangers, and 2 against the Flyers. I think their adrenaline kind of finally runs out here and Boston gets it done. So give me Boston minus 105. Also look to the over at minus 130, but I'm not playing a juiced over there.
Right. Yeah, Penguins finally got their offense going after struggling out of the gate after the break. The Bruins, like you were saying, a lot of these 1-goal games in games that they outplayed their opponent, very unfortunate. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bruins as well. Penguins have not been impressive. Like that game against the Flyers, the first one was highly disappointing in terms of their effort level. They got it going, I guess, in the second one, but I don't think that they were dominant by any stretch. Of course, they were down 3 goals. I think that was the first 3-goal comeback of the season. So yeah, the Bruins, I think, are still the better team. They're closer to a playoff spot. There's still some hope. Obviously banged up. Missing McAvoy and Lindholm is huge, but still, Pasternak is finally getting it going in the past month. So yeah, this is not a game I bet, but if I had to do so, I would take the Bruins here.
Also, Matt Patra. It looked like he had a horrible hit there under the boards, but apparently he made it through practice and could play Saturday. So that's will be big for Boston.
Gorgon said that the backup goalie for the Islanders opened the gate and then just crashed right into it or something. I didn't see it myself. But.
No, yeah, he got checked. Just, I mean, whoever checked him, I forget who it was like checking him into the boards by the bench. But yeah, the gate opened and he just went right into the bench there, and then went straight up the Islanders tunnel. So like it didn't even go up his own tunnel. So it looked bad. It looked really bad. All right. Down to 6 p.m. here. I got the big Stadium Series game. Detroit Red Wings -105 at the Columbus Blue Jackets -115. Under 6.5 -122. Over 6.5 +102. Joel, what do you got?
Dilly, of course, wrong as usual. He says Imama. He's talking about a totally different incident. Imama was the guy who fucking killed Hathaway on the right.
Yes.
Yeah. But we were talking about the Owls and the Bruins, right?
Yes, we were. I don't know if Catfish. I don't know what Catfish. I don't know what Catfish.
Yeah, we were talking about that like a half hour ago. Anyway, Beijing time over there in Pittsburgh. So we just saw this game. We took the over. We got that. Blue Jackets were the better team there. The Red Wings, they can only score on the power play. Literally, like it's insane how good their power play is relative to their 5-on-5 play. So yeah, I mean, if you just back the power play point props and that kind of thing, you'll be doing fairly well betting Red Wings games. But regardless, we're going to go with the over 6.5. I know these outdoor games a little trickier when it comes to the totals. Like you don't know how they're going to impact things. They talk about like the light off the ice can sometimes affect the goalie, but the ice is also choppy, so it messes up the offense. So it's regardless, we're going to go with over 6.5. We're going to pretend it's neutral here. +102. I mean, that game should have had more than 7 goals in the last one. So yeah, I just like goals in this one. I think the line is fairly accurate. I would take the Blue Jackets if I had to take a side. I do think they're the better team, and they're right there at the Buckeye Stadium. So a little bit of a home ice advantage. Man, fucking Wilder up 1-0. I got a lot of money in the Avalanche tonight, and the line moved from -200 to -340. So it'd be terrible if they fuck this up. Anyway, that's my sweat while this pod is going on. But yeah, give me the over 6.5.
Yeah, pretty much completely agree with all those points. I would take the Blue Jackets if I had to take a side, but my only bet is the over 6.5 at +102. Yeah, seven goal game should have been more on Thursday. Earlier this year, they played to 5-4, 4-3 overtime last year, 5-4 again last year. So, yeah, see a lot of goals here. As far as props are concerned, look for DeBrincat point, look for Fantilli point. He's been on fire for the Blue Jackets, and also Boone Jenner assist. He had 3 assists last night. I think I saw Bull Jacks hit some big 2+ assists, 3+ assists on Boone Jenner last night. So shout out him for that. Blue Jackets, that's a slight play, but the over as the only real bet here.
He's a massive Blue Jackets fan, and of course, he's going to this game. I saw him making a bunch of "fuck Michigan" signs, Blue Jackets versus the world kind of thing. So, yeah, that's what the outdoor games are good for. You know, the local fans who are able to go to the game, but still too many of them.
All right, down to 7 p.m. here. I got the Philadelphia Flyers +185 at the Winnipeg Jets -225. Over 5.5, under 5.5, both here at -110. I don't know. I might take the Flyers here at +185. They should have won in Pittsburgh. They've been scoring since the break. They figured out their offense. Michkov, they got Konechny going on that line. They got the Cates line going. That's matching up well against top teams. But obviously, tough to bet against the Winnipeg Jets at home. 23-5-3. I imagine it'll be Hellebuck after Comrie played on Thursday night. They just got a 11 game win streak broke by down there in Nashville. So coming back home, they're going to want to get back on track. But that's the only play I could possibly go for is Flyers +185. Maybe if the +1.5 gets down to, I don't know, -120 or something like that. The Flyers do play a lot of close games, but yeah, just the dog or nothing for me.
I agree with all that. I did bet the Flyers, so I think that they are a better team than this line is giving them credit for. And the Jets, they're coming off that loss. But a lot of those wins were rather fortunate and a lot of close games as well. And their power play is starting to regress a little bit after their torrid pace to start the season. So yeah, I think plus 185 is just a little bit too disrespectful. So I will join you on the road dog here. The total, I know it might be correlated with the over. I think if the Flyers win this game, it'll have to be a higher scoring one. I don't see them holding on to like a 3-1 win kind of thing. So if you like the Flyers, don't bet the under. Like just take the over. That's the way I read this one.
Yeah. All right, down to 7 p.m. again here. Got the San Jose Sharks plus 245 at the Ottawa Senators minus 305. Over 5.5 is minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105. Joel, what do you got here? I think I know. I think I might know what you have, but take it away.
It's fucking Shark Week, baby. Like, there's no respect given to these fucking San Jose Sharks. There's no way they should be plus 245 against the Senators who've lost 5 in a row. They're down their 2 centers. I don't even know if Brady Tkachuk is playing. I assume he is, given the fact that the Sens got some money today. But that's still up in the air, I'm pretty sure. Game time decision, maybe. But we'll see about that. Anyway, Sharks very close. Like I said, they were winning both for majority of the games against the Jets and the Canadiens. Senators, I don't think are worth being minus 305, especially considering how banged up they are. And their goalie situation is still in flux. So, yeah, I mean, the Sharks are just having fun up there. I think that they can make a game out of this. They're having a great time on this road trip as I watch the Wild nearly score. Give me the Sharks plus 245. I think that and the Sharks team total over 2.5 too. That's a damn good bet. And the over 5.5. If I had to take a total, I think that we'll see some goals because it's a Sharks game, and they're flying high. And Celebrini actually, he was unfortunate not to score in the game against the Habs. He was very close several times. So yeah, Sharks and goals.
Yeah, I completely agree. Sharks plus 245, definitely not nearly enough respect there, given the Sens losing 5 in a row. I mean, I know 3 of them were to Tampa, Florida, and then Winnipeg. But, Brady Tkachuk is set to return. He's no longer a game time decision. He is set to return. So, kind of explains the line movement, but this is still way too much with Josh Norris and Shane Pinto both day-to-day. Sharks are healthy, playing close. Like, maybe even Sharks plus 1.5 at minus 102, like back-to-back overtime games, a few 1-goal games in there as well. I feel like that may be even a play to put a full unit on and play half unit, quarter unit on the Sharks here, because it should be a close game. But yeah, over, Sharks team total over, whatever way you want to play it. But yeah, 245 is pretty good here for San Jose.
What is it? The rising star theory, where a team's best player comes back from injury or suspension or whatever, and you get a deflated effort from the rest of the team. So that works for our favorite as well.
Yeah. All right, down to 7 p.m. again here. Got the Edmonton Oilers plus 114 at the Carolina Hurricanes minus 135. Under 6.5 is minus 118, with the over 6.5 minus 102. I was talking down on the Hurricanes last show, but I mean, they showed me there 37-15 were the shots, 5-2 the goals against Buffalo. I mean, wasn't ever really close there. Edmonton, though, at the end of this is 5th straight road game at Philly, Washington, Tampa, and Florida. Now back up to Carolina. They've lost all 4, allowed 4 goals or more in all 4 games. So got to go with the Canes here, minus 135. They're great at home, 22-6-1. Edmonton, 16-11-2 on the road. Looks like Darnell Nurse is day-to-day. Didn't play Thursday night, so that's another key defenseman for them. So, yeah, give me the Canes here at home, minus 135.
Once again, we are aligned. I also bet the Hurricanes. You mentioned the Oilers' struggles lately, and, yeah, I mean, they're playing some good teams, but they're not getting any kind of juice right now. McDavid, he looks really flat. He hasn't played well throughout the month of February. They're really being carried by Leon Draisaitl and also being sunk by their goaltending. The Stuart Skinner has not had a good time lately. I read that, I can't remember the stat, but it's something horrific. Like when the Oilers get just 900 goaltending, they are like elite record. And when they just get sub 900 goaltending, they've only won like 5 games or something like that. And that happens way too often. They're like 6-17-1 or something stupid. So like they need to get some saves. So yeah, Hurricanes should be the bet here. Got got things going again with the nice win against the Sabres where they totally dominated them. So, yeah, but the Hurricanes minus 135. Over 6.5 might be a look considering the state of the Oilers goaltending. And, the Hurricanes goaltending isn't much better. So, could see some goals in this one. But the only thing I bet is the home team.
Yeah, look for some
Let's go. Let's go. Who is that? Nuke is back. Let's fucking go.
Nuke's back. I see. Yeah, look for some Canes team shot total overs, or Edmonton goalie save overs, because they've been dominating the shots recently. 35-21, 20-18, 37-15. So Kane shots overs, Edmonton shots unders.
That helps explain why the Avs got so much line movement. Getting the juice back. Yeah.
All right. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party, and you're invited. All Rhythm users are invited to a first 4 watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the awesome Stadium Swim at Circa Las Vegas. Free drinks and hang out with the guys from Sports Gambling Podcast and College Experience. Rhythm is also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one random lucky Rhythm user. You don't have to be at the party to win the future bet. Sign up for your 7-day free trial today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That is sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And a free party plus a chance at a $250 future bet. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for details. Underdog, NBA, NHL, college basketball, whatever your sport, you can cash in big with Underdog Fantasy Pick'em. Underdog is offering a Luka Doncic discount for every Lakers game for the rest of the regular season. So sign up for promo code HGP to claim your special pick and first-time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credit. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code HGP. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. My Puck Buck bets didn't do too well, but my Underdog Fantasy video, that hit. So hopefully you guys tailed that on the Twitter.
I don't think I've ever known what hit on those.
At 7 p.m. again here, we have the Montreal Canadiens.
I know. I did have Elias Pettersson under half a point. I'm pretty sure he didn't score a point last night. So
no, he definitely not.
Just fading human achievement. Just fade Elias Pettersson.
Yeah. 7 p.m. here, Montreal plus 124 at Buffalo minus 148, under 6.5 minus 122, over 6.5 plus 102. Joel, what do you got?
We got Jakob Dobbs or Dobbs, whatever his name is, Dobby, a little elf thing from Harry Potter in net for Montreal. So that's explains somewhat the line here. Though this is a bit of a weaker price compared to the rest of the market, but I'll still take the Avs at plus 124. I think that they're the better team than the Sabres. The standings will reflect that on their own, and the Habs are flying high right now. I know they had to squeak out an overtime win against the Sharks, but they were the better team in that one overall. And yeah, they're playing good hockey. Like, they're a streaky team, and so are the Sabres, to be fair. But I don't think that they should be the minus 150 favorites. So give me the Habs plus 124, and I do think we see some goals in this game. We got a fight. Let's go. Classic Avalanche Wild. I love to see it. Yeah, give me the Canadiens. Give me goals.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you can possibly look. I'm not going to end up betting this game most likely, but can't lay minus 150 on the Sabres right now. Only had 15 shots last time against Carolina. I know they won their 2 previous games and were hot going into the break, but yeah, Montreal won 3 in a row, including shutting out the Hurricanes, which is pretty impressive. So Habs plus 124, if anything. And yeah, the Sabres games always tend to go over, so you got to look that way on the total.
Okay, here's another trend too with the Sabres. Like, if they're down big, maybe bet them to come back. If they're up big, just bet the other team, because there's a good chance it's going to be some kind of comeback. Like, even against the Hurricanes, they were down 3-0, and they kind of made a game of it, but maybe 4-2 at one point. So yeah, they're just a very volatile team.
Yeah, look at those like plus 2.5 puck lines, or if you want to throw it on the money line and to get a good price there,
or just overs,
yeah. All right, down to 8 p.m. here. Got the Los Angeles Kings minus 115 at the St. Louis Blues minus 105, over 5.5 at minus 120, under 5.5 at plus 100. I believe the Kings are in Dallas tonight, and it was 4-1 Stars last I looked. I think it's Kemper starting tonight, so it'll be Rittich here against St. Louis. Kings are 5-4 on the second half of a back-to-back, so not something to be aware of there. But yeah, I think that's probably the way you have to look. Kings minus, I don't know, they haven't been playing too well. And the Blues, coming off a big win in Washington, beat Seattle 7-2, beat Colorado 3-1, took Winnipeg to a shootout. Probably should have won that game. They had a lead late. Winnipeg scored with the extra attackers. So I think just if you're listening Friday night and this is still St. Louis minus 105, minus 110, take it. If you're listening later Saturday and the Kings are better price, bet them. So it's kind of dependent on the line. So right now, I would take the Blues minus 105.
Yeah, this is not a game I bet. Not really looking to bet it either. If anything, I would take the under 5.5. Although interestingly, I got to reference my guy Thomas Trance. He noticed was the game against the Kings game before the Canucks. Do you know? Can you help me out before I Google that? Vegas, yes. So yeah, they killed Vegas, and a large part of that was because Hiller put the line of Fiala, Kempe, and Byfield together, and they were absolutely dominant. And yeah, Trancer was mystified why they went away from that against the Canucks, and yeah, they had no offense going against Vancouver, but they put it back together in the first period against the Stars, and they were looking really, really good. The only positive of that first period. So we'll see. They should stick to it now that they know it works with the bigger sample size. So yeah, if anything, I would take the Kings. But like I said, this is not a game I'm at all interested in.
No, I mean, just we're rooting against the Blues for our playoff bets. I mean, they're not going to make the playoffs, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess my point is that if you're a prop player, I guess look towards the Fiala line.
Yeah, so Byfield had like 4 assists that one game. I have no idea why they went away from it.
Yeah, I know. Like that's what Trance was saying. Is like, and the Canucks are just like, it's like Sun Tzu. When your enemy is making a mistake, do nothing. Keep making it.
Yeah. All right, down to 9 p.m. here. Got the New Jersey Devils minus 110 at Utah minus 110. Over 5.5 minus 125. Under 5.5 plus 105. Joel, what do you got?
This is a game I want to bet because I'm very interested in watching this one. 2 of the more exciting teams in the league, despite what's his name, Keefe putting a governor on the Devils' offense this season. It's resulted in some better defense, but the offense isn't quite as fun as it was under Lindy Ruff, who was himself a defensive coach, funnily enough. But anyway. Coyotes, very fun team as well. We talked about how their offense is clicking now that Dylan Guenther's back. So this is going to be a fun game to watch. So give me the over 5.5 minus 125. Let's get some goals going. For the side, I think that this is fairly priced. The Devils have been slipping lately. Markstrom, I hear that he's skating in pretty close to returning. Don't think that he'll be ready for this one, but it's gonna be a fun game to watch. If you're just a neutral party and you want to watch some good hockey, I think that this is the game to watch.
I mean, it should be a good game. New Jersey just been so inconsistent, alternating wins and losses their past 10 games. I'm seeing here. So I mean, they just lost in Colorado, had 2 days off, going to Utah now, so shouldn't really be too much of a travel issue. But yeah, Utah have now won 3 straight, 6-1 over Minnesota, just dominant there. But I'm going with the under 5.5 plus 105, under 6 minus 110, whatever you can find out there. Vejmelka here been allowing 1 goal into the past 3 games. Jake Allen's been fine as a backup or I guess a starter now for the Devils. So Devils have only allowed 5 to Colorado, but shut out Nashville before that. So very back and forth. So yeah, under 5.5 at plus 105 for me. These are 2 of the most profitable under teams this season. All right, down to 10 p.m. Got the Chicago Blackhawks plus 130 at the Anaheim Ducks minus 155. Over 5.5 minus 130. Under 5.5 plus 110 here. I want to find a way to take the Ducks. I'm not sure if I can pull the trigger on a minus 155. Good win over Vancouver, 5-2. In their return home. They're 14-12-2 at home. They've been playing a lot better now in their past 10 games since Zegras came back, even though he is now suspended. So still for his 3 games. But Chicago just lost all 4 games since the break. 5-1, 5-2, 2-1, 7-5. So Ducks minus 155. Might have to just swallow the juice and bet that.
Yeah, this is not a game I'm terrifically excited about. Naturally, Ducks are somehow 6 points out of a playoff spot suddenly because nobody wants to make the playoffs in the West, apparently. Yeah, the Ducks have actually played fairly well over the past month. At least they've been getting some results. And yeah, this is not something I want to bet the under 5.5, maybe, considering how the Ducks play. And Blackhawks offense is ridiculously inconsistent. The only reason why they scored 5 against the Knights is because the Knights are up 5-1. So it was like 2 periods of garbage time, effectively.
And Samsonov was playing. I've read like he's been awful recently.
Yes, he was very bad. Watched a lot of that game. Yeah. So this one under 5.5, maybe, but I'm gonna watch fucking Canucks Kraken at the same time. Yeah. Like, give me a 2-1 Canucks Kraken game over this shit.
Yeah, exactly. Down to the final game on the docket at 10 p.m. Vancouver Canucks -105 at the Seattle Kraken at -115. Under 5.5 -118. Over 5.5 -102. Joel, what do you got here?
Well, I spoiled what I got. Really, it's obviously the under 5.5. It was Shilov's in net. There's no way that game goes over if it were a Lankinen or Demko. They'd probably still lose because it's the Canucks, but it's more like a 3-2 Ducks overtime win or something stupid like that. So we're going back to the well here, under 5.5. Kraken coming back from the road trip, not terribly good offensively. Yeah, I mean they seem to have given up on the season, rightly, considering their place in the standings. Yeah, I can't back the Canucks though. They're just like really pitiful offensively. So I'm just gonna fade both offenses here and take the under 5.5. I think that's just the way to go. Just keep backing these Canucks unders, and you'll turn a profit in the end.
Yeah, that's the only way to go here. Vancouver scored 3 or fewer in at least 10 straight games here. Seattle have scored 3 or fewer in 5 straight, 6 of the past 7. Like neither team is going to score 4 goals unless it's like a 4-2 empty netter situation there. In which case, I'll take it. Whatever, bad beat kind of if it's at. So yeah, under 5.5. -118 would have to be the way to look here. I'm just a tad wary because of this rivalry. 9 of 10 meetings have gone over. 4-3 shootout, 5-4 overtime earlier this year. So maybe a draw play. Vancouver has gone to overtime 3 of their past 8 games. But yeah, should be a low scoring, maybe a 1-1, 2-2 correct score. Like throw a dart on that.
And Elias Pettersson under half a point.
Always.
And shots on goal. He hasn't shot more than 1 shot on goal in like 9 of the past 10 games. Something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, just parlay Elias Pettersson unders with OKC every Canucks game.
There you go. Not Avalanche money line, apparently.
Wild score again?
Yeah, it's 2-1.
Fuck. All right, that's the 13 game slate on Saturday, March 1st. Let's get into puck buck bets here. Let's share this tab instead. I got the Lightning -110 for 25 puck bucks. Nashville Islanders under 5.5 -105 for 25. Boston -105 for 20. Detroit Columbus over 6.5 +102 for 20. San Jose money line +245 for 10. San Jose +1.5 -102 for 20. Carolina -135 for 30. And Devils Utah under 5.5 +105 for 20.
Yeah, a lot of the same stuff here. Let's do the Lightning. 20 puck bucks. Islanders, it's Preds, Islanders under 5.5. 20 puck bucks. That's -105.
Yes.
Well, I take the Bruins. Yeah, whatever. We'll just have the same fucking cards. Boring as fuck, but whatever.
20.
Yep. Same thing for the Red Wings, Blue Jackets over 6.5 +102. Sharks +245. Yeah, 10 puck bucks. We'll 10? Skip the puck.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
What
did you do? All right.
10 puck bucks.
Yeah, I won't join you on the puck line.
Yeah, that's fine. Carolina
Hurricanes. Yeah.
How much? 20?
Yeah. No, 25.
25 on that. All right.
And we're going to go Oppo finally. Devils Coyotes over 5.5 -125. 25 bucks. And now let's find some of my own.
You want the Vancouver under?
Yes, definitely. 20 bucks. Minus 118,
right.
that is.
Yep.
And we got a bunch more. Canadiens plus 124. 20 bucks. Over 6.5. Plus 102, same game. 20 bucks. And Flyers plus 185. 15 bucks. What else here? I think that's it. Yep, we're good.
All right. That's the 45 minute.
Oh, one more. Oilers, Hurricanes over 6.5. Minus 102. 20 bucks.
All right. 45-minute mark of the YouTube video. Subscribe on YouTube. Comment, like, all that good stuff there. I think we can take super chats now or something, but that we're monetized. So you guys,
super chat.
Well, people can like pay money and it comes up in like in a weird, like the chat pops up. Yeah.
So we're like OnlyFans.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, we don't have to show anything, but like, yeah, they can donate whatever they want. Yeah. All right. Anything else for the weekend before we close this out?
No, I'm in this one and done thing, and I forgot to put in Sepstruck. I don't even know how he did. I haven't been following the golf tournament at all. So no, it's just all hockey for me until conference tournaments start for the college basketball and then the March Madness. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But yeah, just all hockey for the next few weeks here. Trade deadline next week.
Trade deadline, yeah, a week from today. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. All right, yeah. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at HockeySGPN. Get in the Discord, sg.pn/Discord. Subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Ryan Gilbert. You can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertsop.
I'm Joel Meyer. Columbus Blue Jackets versus the world.